wants it, we needs it, must have the precious. Master is our friend. You don't have any friends. Nobody likes you. I'm not listening. You're a liar and a thief. Nope. Murderer. I hate you. Where was it me? Him. It was me. We survived because of me. Not anymore. What? We don't need you. Leave now and never come back. Leave now and never come back.
You cannot pass! Gandalf! I must turn to the sacred fire, wield the flame of honor. The dark fire will not avail you. Flame of Undun! You shall not pass!
We ain't going no further till we've had a breather.
Get a fire going! I'm starving. We had nothing but maggoty bread for 3 stinking days.
Yeah, or can we have some meat? How about them? They're fresh.
Looks like meat's back on the menu, boys. I will leave you on the western borders of the forest.
Take us south.
South? That doesn't make any sense to me. But then you are very small. Perhaps you're right. South it is then. Hold on, little shirlings, hold on.
If you ask me, I will give you the one ring. You offer to me freely.
In place of a dark lord, you will have a queen. Not dark, but beautiful as the dawn. Treacherous as the sea. Stronger than the foundations of the earth. All shall love me and despair. Dun, 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 dun.
I pass the test. Then I know what it is I must do. It's just that I'm afraid to do it. Even the smallest person can change the course of the future. But I'm a hobbit. Oh. Crap. I wish the ring had never come to me. I wish that none of this had happened.
So do all who live to see such times. But that is not for them to decide. All you have to decide is what to do with the time that is given to you. Ah, it's that way.
He's remembered.
When in doubt, Meriadoc, always follow your nose. Just follow your nose. It always knows. Part of this complete breakfast.
My passion for the movie The Lord of the Rings, man, it kind of goes back to when I was a kid once again, very much like I did with Star Wars. However, I watched the movies of Star Wars, but I read the books, Lord of the Rings. So I started reading The Hobbit, read The Lord of the Rings as well, and you know, it managed to find its way into sort of playtime out in the yard. And it was really cool just because it was sort of seemed like medieval, you know, rather than something in space. And you know, swords and cool goblins and stuff like that. It almost seemed like something that was accessible in the backyard. You know, where I grew up on a farm, it seemed like it could happen just anywhere in a thicket, you know, out there in the lagoon or something. Anyway, so as I became an adult and saw the films, the new films that came out, I was just enamored because it had such a, you know, it had such a high standard in the book to sort of meet, and I think the films met it. And then some. You know, it adapted those novels down into being these little, you know, 3.5-hour films. So it's funny for me, having already done it before with other films, you know, sort of condensing a film down into a stage production, as I have, taking the film and then working from the film And with my knowledge of the books, it made for a much easier process than I would have anticipated. So bringing this from the books to the movie to the stage, as I have, has been bizarre and really heartfelt, and just it felt like a total triumph to do. So what are the characters that people can expect to see when they come and see the show? Would basically be all of their favorite characters. I play about 40 different characters in the hour, which doesn't give a lot of time for anybody really. But basically everybody from trolls to you know, orcs, much lesser characters, to obviously the big ones like Gollum and Gandalf and Saruman and Sauron, and you know, all the little greebly, you know, Frodo guys, the the hobbits. You know, you're gonna see all the guys that you love, all the terrible accents and the fantastic accents. Sir Ian McKellen came to see the show when I did it in Vancouver, British Columbia, at the Fringe Festival, which was quite surprising. It was a late night show. I didn't know in the morning that he was going to be coming to see the show, but by the time the show was coming along, I'd been told by my agent and by everybody else that knew he was coming. And so the standard was really set up high insofar as that the audience suddenly became a totally different entity. I didn't think about anybody in the audience. It was a sold-out show. All I could think about was like that one seat where he was filling it. And you know, I did my best show that I could. I wasn't going to do Shakespeare. I figured if there's any show that I'd rather for him to see, it would be something silly like this. And he loved it. I'm so glad, because I didn't know what he'd think. And you know, he stuck around afterwards, and we talked for 45 minutes, and we had all these people snapping photos, and it was a bit of a blur. But what was cool is that a couple weeks afterwards, he invited me to come have lunch on the film set that he was working on. So that was really nice to sort of